Ah, so 2 days ago, that is not yesterday, day before yesterday, my landlord's son, he died. You've seen my landlord in my previous videos. He's 94 years old. He's just skin and bones. But he can climb a tree. I mean, one day I was just standing down and I could hear him. I saw him like a few minutes ago. So I came down just to give him that Red Bull Thai version because he works in the sun. When I came down, I couldn't see him anywhere. So I was looking. And I heard a noise. I looked up. He's up on the tree. Not this kind of tree. So he's like, he climbed up so high. I was like, what the hell? So, you know, he does half the things I can't do even at this age. He's 94 or whatever. Now, this guy gets up every day 4 o'clock in the morning, and by 5 he's ready. And then by 6, I don't know, he goes to a temple or whatever. Then he goes, does his work. Whole day he's working. In fact, he has even injured himself trying to catch rats, and he puts these, I don't know, some kind of bombs or something to scare the rats or snakes or whatever. So one exploded on his fingers. Thankfully, it was not serious. So the guy is forever active. He'll be cleaning the land and working in the sun. He just never gets tired. I don't know how he does it. And plus, on top of that, he chews tobacco and he drinks alcohol. Means just one peg maybe before sleeping. So this guy is 94, but his son is 60. I think he maybe drinks much more. He's a hardcore alcoholic, doesn't do any work and sits at home, just does a little bit of whatever he wants. But this guy died. And he was sick for quite some time. He had cancer. He was vomiting blood and all that. And his wife is the lady whom we deal with. So by the way, she's a Christian Thai. I didn't know that also existed. So she used to talk to me, every time, and sometimes to my wife. So one day she told me he's very sick and all that. Went to the hospital. Very soon we found out that he was skinny. I think he was hardly 50 kilos. And he came down even more. He lost 10 kilos or something, and stomach was very hard and bloated. And we knew that his health was deteriorating. He's going to die. But we didn't know when. We thought maybe after a year or something. So it seems that in the early wee hours of the morning, he was hospitalized. And after some time, he died. He started vomiting something, like instead of blood, black, some stuff. And the thing that was shocking was my wife just met him. They went to collect food. They have a restaurant. She went like one day before. She saw him and she greeted him. And now he's dead. It's so funny, in the past 5 years that I've stayed here, there's always been a death every 6 months. Somebody dies. It has become so frequent that I've stopped getting surprised. The lady at the Amazon has to collect coffee. It's like a Starbucks kind of outlet. I found out she died. I was like, what? And then the place where I has to go for my scooter for getting it washed. There were a couple there, they were poor. The guy was hardly in his 30s, he died. The other female was in her 20s, Amazon one. And then someone in the fruit and vegetable market, normal person, nothing serious, died. Then, I told you about my wife's family member. Then the person who used to come and clean our, not our house, around the house, who used to be employed. One of them died. The lady who helped my wife during childbirth, her son died. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, one day you'll also die. Yeah, you'll die, I'll die, everyone will die. When you keep hearing all this, he died, she died, they died. It's so crazy, man. During COVID, I know so many of my clients and customers and people who are in my groups. They said, my aunt died, my uncle died, my grandma died. Sometimes I wonder, like, what's all this, I was telling my wife, one day I'm going to die. What will you do? And then she was saying, what if I die first? What will you do? And I was like, yeah, whatever happens to us, I hope, someone is there for our kid. And then it struck me, what if our child dies? I know that you might say, Loy, don't say like this and don't talk like this. But none of us know when we are going to live or die, na? I mean, we know it's going to happen one day. What's the point of acting like it doesn't exist? Have you thought about what will happen when you die? Have you thought about it? Like one day you're going to die. What will happen? What will happen to your Facebook account? What will happen to your, what is that? Your computer passwords? What will happen to your bank account? What will happen to your house? What will happen to your dreams? What will happen to you? Where will you go? Heaven, hell? Nowhere. Crazy, right? Yeah, some people say, yeah, we're going to heaven, hell, God, devil. Who knows, man? Who has seen? Funny life, man. So funny, so strange. Sometimes I, ask myself, why we born in the first place? What's all this nonsense? We study, we worry about our future, we want to have a family, we have our dreams, we sacrifice so much. One day grow old and die. And sometimes we don't even have the luxury of growing old and die, we'll just die. That poor father, no? I went to meet him. He was putting these glasses which avoids any dirt or anything, but he was putting it so that nobody could see his tears were rolling out. We held his hand and just telling, please come to pray. And his son is lying in the temple for 3 days in the ice. They have kind of like froze. It's like a freezer kind of thing. He'll be kept there 3 days and then cremation begins. His wife also was trying to say, see, he died, and she was trying to talk something else. But I know deep down it was hurting her. Tears were rolling out. In fact, she showed the photograph of how the husband looked, when he was put on the morgue table. The father had changed his clothes, putting shoes. I saw the photograph. I was like, sheesh, man. He's just like a dead body on a, one of those metal tables, beds kind of thing. morgue thing. Father looked at it, and the wife was showing it to me. And then she showed it to the father, and the father's tears started rolling down. I just told us, stop. Don't, no need to show him. Just imagine being a father. The poor guy, he lost his wife 2 years ago. Now he lost his son. What a life. He has to live and mourn the death of his son. That's his wife, and now his son. Yeah. Anyway, went there, paid our last respect. Might go there again. That's life now. Anyway, just thought I'd share this with you. What's the point and purpose of our lives? I don't know. You know? Chal, you guys take care. Just thought I'd share this with you.